I first, on behalf of Mayor Deborah Robertson and the City of Vancouver, the council on which I serve, acknowledge that we are on the unceded territories of the Coastal Salish peoples, the Squamish, the Musqueam, and the Tsleil-Waututh First Nations, and express my gratitude for their welcoming and the generosity with which they have shared their traditional territories with us. May I also say how proud I am of our city for being a city in the lead around a true commitment to reconciliation with the First Nations, and that is a road that is full of difficult new learnings and new commitments and a lot of joy. I am particularly impressed by the fact that our first council meeting, where we were elected in the last election, we were welcomed by First Nations into the council chambers, and that was a real honor. And finally, let me just say that and offer my thanks, my deep and heartfelt thanks. My father was a vet, to everyone here who has served in our armed forces to protect us, to protect our lives, our quality of life, to ensure that in the end of wars, my big house voice isn't big enough. I can try better. To say that it is my sincere thanks for the sacrifices that have been made, sacrifices that include injury, that include emotional and psychological trauma, and that include the ultimate sacrifice. And let us send a prayer to those who made that ultimate sacrifice, so that we may live in this wonderful country that we do, that is a peaceful, a free, a respectful society. Thank you.
At this time, my friends and relatives, we're going to, what we call in English, load our pipes. And as we put the shandy, some might call it tobacco, but in our language it is medicine. Tobacco is what you buy in the store. They're always told us to be careful with the medicines. Be careful with the medicines, don't abuse them. But we're going to use that shandy in a sacred way today and offer our prayers in the four directions, especially for world peace today, and for our fallen brothers, the ones that did not return home. We want to acknowledge what they died for. Some of them were very young. Some of them were in the modern times. And as I say, here we are today, downtown Teesside. This part of town is very important historically to Vancouver. It was established here. Many of our nations came together, the East Indian nation, the Chinese nation, the Japanese, and all our nations across British Columbia used to live down here. I had a sister just born down the road. And they gathered, they labored here, they worked here, they shared time together. And this is why this became a strong point for that ceremony to take place, like I mentioned. Every ceremony that we do in a traditional manner is done according to spirituality. And that's what we're doing today. We're honoring the one who's those warriors, and even some of the forgotten warriors that we have in our life. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put Shandy down, we're going to pray with it, and then we'll continue on.